In this video, we are going to talk about Jupiter through the nakshatra of Jyeshtha, Pada, symbolism, and more. So keep watching. And if you want to learn Vedic astrology step by step, join my 3 hours free training. Link is in the description, or you can check my website. You will get access to that training for free, and that will help you to get started into Vedic astrology and get initiated into Vedic astrology, and even start making predictions for yourself, even if you have no prior background to Vedic astrology, without spending thousands of dollars on Vedic astrology online courses. So see you on the other side of the training. Jupiter into the Jyeshtha Nakshatra. What is Jupiter? I have already made a separate video on Jupiter, but Jupiter is a planet of positivity in one's life. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, financial abundance, wealth, wisdom, mentors, teachers, student, children, husband. All these things can be seen with Jupiter in your birth chart. Right? If you want to know more about Jupiter, go and watch my Jupiter playlist on channel. You will get more about that. I have a dedicated video about Jupiter and what it means in Vedic astrology. Let's talk about Jyeshtha Nakshatra. Jyeshtha Nakshatra ranges from 16 degrees 40 minutes of Scorpio to the 30 degrees of Scorpio. It has 4 padas. First pada goes into Sagittarius, second in Capricorn, third in Aquarius, fourth in Pisces. Okay, this nakshatra does not have any Pushkar Navamsha or Vargottam Navamsha. Now let's talk about the nature of Jyeshtha Nakshatra and what happens when Jupiter comes into this nakshatra. The name of the nakshatra has a lot to say about what it really means. Jyeshtha literally means elderly or the senior most. So these people are the senior most authority in their field of influence. Whatever they do, they are always considered as a Jyeshtha. They are always considered as someone elderly or someone who is with great experience, senior post, and so on. So Jyeshtha empowers humanity to become the best version of themselves. Jyeshtha wants us to become the best and eldest and become royal. More than royal, become kingly. Okay, and we will talk about it because the deity of this nakshatra is Indra, which is the king of the gods, king of the devas. Okay, so this nakshatra wants you to grow, become the best, and the eldest in whatever you do. Okay, the deity associated with this nakshatra is Indra, and Indra in Rigveda, Indra is considered as one of the most delighted, youthful, and handsome deity. Okay, but in Puranas and other philosophical texts, his nature has been considered as someone who is insecure, who is always involved into some kind of plotting against the asuras, or someone who is doing any kind of tapasya to get the throne of his paradise. Okay, but yes, in Rigveda he has considered with high regards. So the deity of the nakshatra Jyeshtha is Indra. And what are the qualities of Indra? Indra is insecure. Okay, the deity associated with this nakshatra is Indra. Indra is the king of the gods. In Rigveda it is considered as the most delighted deity. Okay, he has allies like wind, Agni, Varuna. Okay, all these are his friends, which are helping him in operating the kingdom. So he's the king of the devas. Now, another thing about the Indra is he's insecure. So Jyeshtha Nakshatra people oftentimes feel insecure about the other people for no reason. They become the best into their industry, they still feel insecure by someone. If someone new comes into their industry, they will still be insecure about them. Someone taking their throne, just like Indra. Okay, so this is also a trait into Jyeshtha Nakshatra. Jyeshtha Nakshatra people have a karmic relationship with Rohini Nakshatra people. Like Jyeshtha Nakshatra people will oftentimes have a jealousy around the Rohini. Okay, because these are the 27 nakshatras are the daughters of the Prajapati Daksh. And Moon loved Rohini more than everybody. So Jyeshtha the eldest daughter of Daksha, got jealous of Rohini. Okay, and this plays out in our real life as well in some different ways. So if you're Jyeshtha, stay away from Rohini. If you're Rohini, stay away from Jyeshtha. The planet of wisdom comes into the nakshatra of seniority. So these people are often leaders in spiritual groups or spiritual institution or spiritual communities. The planet of spirituality comes into the nakshatra of leadership. These people are leaders in spiritual organizations. These people, let's say you have Jyeshtha Nakshatra as your ascendant, so you will be considered as a leader, as a dependable person in your spiritual community. Okay, and these people have always involved into the senior most or authoritative roles in the spiritual communities. Or if they don't have, they always keep on thinking about getting one and make plans how they can get it. Okay, the planet of expansion comes into the nakshatra of authority and seniority. So these people have capacity to achieve the greatest things in life. Okay, if you have Jupiter in Jyeshtha, the most benefic planet coming into the senior most nakshatra, what it shows is these people are capable of achieving greatest heights in their sphere of influence in their career. Wherever they go, they have the ability to achieve the best in that field. The planet of wisdom and knowledge comes into the nakshatra of strategy. These people are constantly making strategies. These strategies are not like Purvashada nakshatra. Purvashada is also strategic nakshatra, dealing with wars and all kinds of strategies. But their strategy is to get things done for themselves, how they can get ahead in life. They're always thinking about that, and they take the help of their friends and relatives for this. The planet of knowledge comes into the nakshatra of Jyeshtha. So these people have tremendous knowledge in their field, and they're considered as authority in their field. Okay, so there is a story of Indra getting attracted to Ahilya, the wife of Rishi Gautam. Okay, and there is a story, you should go and read that story. But yeah, this is also the theme of the Jyeshtha nakshatra. So these people have to be careful not to get involved into any kind of sexual scandals. They have to be careful around this. When Jupiter comes into the Jyeshtha nakshatra, these people oftentimes avoid or hide their nature. Okay, they are extremely secretive about who they are and what they are going through and what they do. Okay, so that's Jupiter in Jyeshtha nakshatra. Another thing about this nakshatra is these people have to be careful against the jealousy. We talked about Jyeshtha and Rohini, but these people oftentimes are also on the receiving end of the jealousy by someone else. So that's what makes them secretive. Through their life experiences, because of jealousy, they tend to be secretive in whatever they do. The planet of spirituality comes into the nakshatra of transformation. These people are ready to sacrifice anything for their spiritual progress. They are always on to their spiritual progress. These people want to get ahead spiritually. Okay, another theme of the Jupiter in Jyeshtha nakshatra is the intolerance for the rivals. That's the trait of Lord Indra as well. Okay, so these people have intolerance for the rivals. They get insecure by the rivals. So there are 4 padas into this nakshatra. The first pada goes into Sagittarius. When Jupiter comes into this pada, it feels at home, and he is on his way to spiritual awakening. They feel optimistic when they are following their spiritual path. They feel that yes, they have found the life purpose and they are on their way to achieve the one. The next pada of this nakshatra goes into Capricorn Navamsha, which is more practical. Jupiter gets debilitated into this pada, but Jupiter also brings in some practical side to the otherwise dreamy or otherwise spiritual nature of Jupiter. Okay, so the wisdom of Jupiter gets the practicality of Capricorn into this pada. Even though it is debilitated, it works better with its practical approach. The third pada of this nakshatra goes into Aquarius. Aquarius is about losing the self. And Jupiter becomes strong in Aquarius. Whenever you have Jupiter placed into Aquarius, why it is strong? Because now it is coming just out of the debilitation. Debilitation is Capricorn. Now this is the next sign after the debilitation. So whenever a planet is right after the sign of debilitation, it becomes strongest. So Jupiter in Aquarius becomes the strongest. Okay. Now, the fourth pada of this nakshatra goes into Pisces Navamsha. Though it is ruled by Jupiter, its own sign, this is the most challenging pada of this nakshatra. Why? Because this is the end of Scorpio and the start of the Sagittarius sign. So it's like moving from the watery sign to the fiery sign. Though it is not exactly transferring into this nakshatra, but it is up to the 30th degree of Scorpio. And from the first degree of Sagittarius, it's the fire sign. So any planets which are placed in between these degrees, they tend to be extremely karmic. And there is a lot of emotional ups and downs for these people with respect to Jupiter. Okay? Because now the theme of Gandanta, the theme of karmic ups and downs will play out through the Jupiter, through your wisdom, through your, finances, through husband, and also through the houses ruled by Jupiter in your chart. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 10th canto, there is a story about Narakasur. Narakasur attacks the paradise and takes away the umbrella and the earrings of Aditi. Okay, and that story is a symbolism associated with the Jyeshtha Nakshatra, because Jyeshtha Nakshatra is about umbrella. Jyeshtha Nakshatra is about the earring. This is associated with the kingly status. Okay, we saw it in Magha with the throne, but the earrings and the umbrella is also associated with the kingly status. That's why you will oftentimes see the umbrella, okay, over the royal or the kings. That was given. Earrings was also one of the symbolism of power and kingly status back in the days. There is another story in the same canto about the Govardhan Parvat. Okay, how Lord Krishna lifted the Govardhan Parvat in Vrindavan. And that's what he does. And again, the deity involved was Indra. Indra was angry on the villagers because they were not praying him for rains. And Krishna challenged Lord Indra, and that hurt the ego of the Indra. And then he started putting the storms on Vrindavan. And then he lifted the Govardhan Parvat. So Jyeshtha Nakshatra people protects and give shelters to the people. It has the ability to help and protect the people like a king. Okay, just like the Krishna did with Govardhan Parvat, he just protected and gave shelter to so many people. Okay, so yes, this symbolism also works out into this pada. So yes, this was Jupiter into the nakshatra of Jyeshtha. As much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you want to know more about Vedic astrology, just go through these two videos on your screen, which will help you to deep dive into Vedic astrology, sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibes. See you in the next videos. Love and peace. Namaste.